Hi, I'm Josh Farley with Far Out Tiny Homes, and today we're going to be explaining the reasons why we epoxy our shipping container floor and demonstrating the step-by-step process of application. So the epoxy kit itself is a great kit. It's a two-part epoxy. Again, you have a part A and a part B. There's the A, the activator, and part B is the epoxy itself. This product is great for sealing any kind of floor, mainly concrete floors. We put it on the wood subfloor to seal in the cracks and create a waterproofing membrane then for tile and or vinyl flooring to go over. So the kit that we use is a product from Rust-Oleum. It is a two-part epoxy 2.5 car garage kit. The product can be purchased from Lowe's. It's $117 pre-tax. You're sitting somewhere around $125. The coverage area for the product does say 500 square feet. Through our experience and the thickness of what we're trying to achieve, we end up buying 2 kits for a 40-foot container. So if you're doing a 20-foot container, 1 kit should suffice. So the reason we use this waterproofing product is that it does, again, create that waterproof seal. It also is crack, blister, and peel resistant, so it will stay on the surface no matter what you put it through. So there's 2 main reasons why we epoxy our shipping container floor. The first is to protect the subfloor during construction operations. Number 2 is waterproofing and sealing. So now let's talk application, and then we're going to go into the step-by-step process. First and foremost, one of the most important things is removing all dust and debris from the shipping container floor. This allows the epoxy to have a solid foundation and good surface to adhere to. We do this by using an electric blower hooked up to the generator, and we go from the corners and work our way out, blowing the dust and debris outside of the unit. Hey, so before we go into the application process, please hit that like button and subscribe. Now we're going to discuss mixing the product. So here are the 2-part epoxy. This is part A here, which is the activator, and this is part B, which is the epoxy itself. So I'm using my handy dandy Sawzall blade as a paint can opener. So this is part A going into part B. It's important when you're mixing too to make sure that you mix for at least 2 to 3 minutes. And then application wise, it's important that you get it down quick because this does it is an epoxy, so it does begin to harden almost immediately, but not to a point where you're unable to spread it. So we're going to mix this for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll start applying. Something to keep in mind, the kit does come with these flakes that are typically used in garage. They're more decorative, and it also does come with an anti-slip aggregate that you can put in for more like concrete floors. So we recommend pouring the product from the can directly. It's much more efficient in the application process and allows you more workable time to use the product before it hardens. Another tip we've learned from experience to get that really consistent look is to try and push the product, not roll the product. The only time we end up rolling is to go back over areas where there's depressions or near corners we may have missed. So $117, wow. After 2 kits, $234, $250 after tax. Those prices do start to add up. And if you're looking for a more budget-friendly approach, there are other options available to you. We do recommend using the epoxy. Again, it is a waterproofing membrane and it does create a film on the surface that is much more impenetrable than just a spray sealer. So there are various wood sealers and deck sealers that you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot for around $40 and put in a sprayer and seal the wood that way. It will create a nice waterproof seal, though again the epoxy is more of a film, so it does allow a better waterproofing membrane. Alright, so if you're trying to decide a wood sealer versus an epoxy, think about your finished floor. For vinyl floors, we usually end up doing the epoxy kit because it is much better waterproofing underneath that flooring itself. For tile, you could get away with the wood sealer because we end up putting down a tile mat that helps resist cracking when the shipping container moves. So that adds yet another layer of waterproofing. So again, if you're using tile and the mat wood sealer, you could save some money there. But again, we recommend epoxy straight across the board. These are just some of the beginning steps in converting your shipping container home. If you'd like to see a complete build, click here on the video.